Hi guys, it's Ad. Welcome back to Warthog Defense. The Ukrainian army withdrawal from Avdiivka, as reported by Warthog Defense, was a wise decision by the new chief of Ukrainian Armed Forces, General Syrskyi. The Battle of Avdiivka, although shorter than the battle for Bachmut, resulted in significantly higher Russian casualties due to the terrain and fortification. Even Russian soldiers acknowledge that there is no reason to celebrate. It's another bloodbath for a tiny town in a failed invasion without any meaning or purpose.
Think all the armchair warlords and Russians by spirit from Nigeria would greatly benefit from knowing what Russians themselves think of the bloody meat grinder that is Avdiivka. Not the officially aligned propagandists, the real people fighting in the Russian army. From Colonel Shuvalov Pyotr Ilyich, I would really like to see how the armchair generalissimos will throw their trump card. The Ukrainians surrendered Avdiivka personally to those of our fighters who took Avdiivka. No, there are no pro-Ukrainian sentiments among our fighters, and I also said this so gently, almost tenderly. There is no sympathy, just as there is not even a hint of the military humanism of past wars in this massacre. But come on, tell me that the enemy surrendered Avdiivka, or surrendered Artemovsk, Bachmut, to those who participated in the assault on these settlements. I still believe that it is unacceptable to voice losses, but everyone seems to know that Avdiivka cost us many times more in people than Artemovsk, Bachmut. And even the final stage of the assault, it also cost many times more. And just to go on the attack where there are not even whole stones left, where every meter has corpses, blood, and fire, this is already a feat. And not going crazy and not shooting yourself after that is also a feat. And to be there and take the fight over and over again is beyond what is, in principle, called a feat. I remember the ugliest lampoons about how well and bravely it is to fight in iron helmets instead of using full-fledged ammunition. Today, no one runs around in iron helmets anymore, but not because everyone has changed their clothes, but because the wearers of those iron helmets have run out, literally. Now they are trying to instill the idea that a Bukhanka is a better vehicle than Hummers, Tigers, and all sorts of Jeeps. This is something that is invented and pushed by the bastards who feed from the war far from the trenches, and the cretins who believe in it are those who surrendered Avdiivka or Artemovsk, Bachmut, to someone else. In no other war in history has every centimeter of vast territories been chewed out like this, and every step has not been so drenched in blood. I have written more than once about what I think about the praise of heroism, especially by armchair generalissimos. But they can't live and advance here without this bloody and corpse-smelling heroism. Fuck-ups and heroism, one gives rise to the other and merges into a single alloy. And when the temperature rises above zero, there is a smell of corpses and burning everywhere. There are no other smells here anymore, from Avdiivka to the Zaporozhye borders. So, I repeat, I really want to see how the survivors of these meat grinders will be told that the enemy surrendered Avdiivka and Artemovsk to them. Well, I really want to see what happens next. I know what the answer will be, I'm only interested in how. But the same applies to those who try to estimate the price of the taken ruins. Do we or the enemy have enough people to pay such a price for every meter of ruins that we end up with? I don't know. And I'm not even ready to discuss it yet. Will those who lived through this and survived celebrate these victories? I don't think so, but I'm not ready to discuss it. Let's dwell for now on the fact that a feat was accomplished beyond everything imaginable and unthinkable. But there is no reason to dance for joy or humiliate our fighters with the phrase "the enemy surrendered." Not the slightest. Eternal memory to the fallen. And let's see some footage from Avdiivka. Fighters of the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade showed how the movement and rotation of Ukrainian forces in Avdiivka looks like during intensive combat.
Бегом, пацаны! Оце!
Викидуйте!
Пацани, за цей будинок! Хід з двору в підвал! Оставляй, це не твій. Вам Стаглін дали? Да. Взяв Стаглін.
Куда йти?
За синю будівлю вхід з двору, в підвал зразу.
Едем!
Все, поїхали, поїхали.
It is certainly not easy to accept the fall of Avdiivka, similarly as it was hard to see Lysychansk, Severodonetsk, Bachmut, and other Donbas cities fall to the zombies, who paid thousands and thousands of lives for this progress. However, it's important to keep the broader perspective in mind. The fate of the whole Donbas was destined for loss in the first few days of the war, according to various analysts. And yet, almost 2 years since the start of the Battle of Donbas, zombies still have a long way to go to even complete this political goal, let alone take Kiev. And if we assume that Ukraine will never attempt to recapture the Donbas, then Putin is creating a buffer zone, paradoxically on the very territory he promised to protect by grinding it into dust. And he is squeezing everything from his country for this meager progress. Initially hailed as significant victories by the Russians, Bachmut and Severodonetsk have now faded into obscurity. They are nothing more than leveled settlements amidst a desolate landscape. By the looks of things, we're still in for years of the war, and I see positive signs coming in terms of assisting Ukraine properly. I hope the West can deliver on its promises. Certainly I might be wrong, and our indecisiveness may lead to more catastrophes, but my intuition tells me that something will go very wrong for Russia at some point that will critically undermine it. History is simply not on their side. The chaos Putin created will fire back at him and Russia, and we, the common folk, already know what to do.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this video. Stay with Warthog Defense for the best updates on the war in Ukraine. Comment, like, subscribe, become our member, and stay strong.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.